All right, joining me now, Blaise Ingoglia, state representative there in Florida, also chairman of the Republican Party of Florida. Blaise, good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
So if Marco Rubio does not win on Tuesday, is there a rationale for him to stay in the race?
Look, if Senator Rubio staying in the race after March 15th, whether he wins or whether he loses, obviously up to the senator. The party, we don't get involved in trying to dictate what candidates should or should not do after these races.
You know, what's interesting is that I had a conversation with the Ohio GOP chair, and that state party, here, has endorsed Governor Kasich. And I understand why early on the GOP in Florida wouldn't endorse one or another because Governor Bush was still in the race. But at this point, why not jump behind Marco Rubio in this contest of four?
Well, look, Senator Marco Rubio has a lot of support in this state. He is our senator from the home state of Florida. But the Republican Party of Florida has traditionally stayed out of these races. We just feel in the state of Florida that it is better for all Republicans involved that the party really doesn't weigh in on these races. It's just a preference, and that's what we chose to do.
Gotcha. Let me ask you about this Trump tweet. I'm sure you've seen it and have been asked about it before, but let's put it up on the screen. Donald Trump tweeted yesterday, "Word is early voting in Florida is very dishonest. Little Marco, his state chairman, and their minions are working overtime trying to rig the vote." What's your response to that?
Well, when I first read that tweet, I was a little taken aback because I didn't know if he was talking about us, the state party, and me personally as the party chairman, or if he was talking about Marco Rubio's statewide chairman. But I will tell you that the Republican Party of Florida, we have remained neutral in this race. I have remained neutral in this race. But the thing that we're most concerned about is making sure that Hillary Clinton does not see the inside of the Oval Office. So I don't know where he got that information. We have checked with the 67 independent supervisor of elections in the state of Florida. We have not heard anything of anything improper being done by anyone during early voting. So I can't answer that because I have no idea what Mr. Trump is talking about on this.
You know, I read an interview in which you said that Florida is a diverse state with lots of nuances, and the candidate who understands those will win the primary. I mean, as evidenced by Governor Bush having struggled in the polls there in Florida, we see the difficult time that Marco Rubio is having. I mean, did Bush and is Rubio, are they out of touch? Are they not aware of these nuances? I mean, these are both men who were elected statewide. Why are they struggling in Florida now?
Well, the first thing, obviously, it is a year where people are very, very frustrated with what's going on in Washington, D.C. And I think a lot of that is resonating. But look, Florida is important. We are winner take all. We offer 99 delegates to the winner. And in terms of the state, we have large state, very diverse, multimedia markets. And the person who can understand those nuances is going to be rewarded with our full slate of 99 delegates. And what that affords is an opportunity for, come Tuesday, somebody to catch up in a delegate race, or in the case of Mr. Trump, to expand a lead. So it's an exciting time. We believe that the polls are a lot tighter. The race is a lot tighter than what the polls are suggesting, and we're looking forward to Tuesday.
Blaise, you know what I find fascinating, and I worked and lived in Florida for several years, both in North Florida and South Florida, that this race has been cast as a home turf for Marco Rubio, but not for Donald Trump. When Donald Trump has Mar-a-Lago, has many properties all over the state, I mean, how was the Trump campaign able to cast this as a must-win for Rubio and not a must-win for Trump, considering all of the investments and property he has across the state?
Well, look, I think this state is a must-win for any of these candidates. You have to spend time here in Florida. You have to campaign. The people in Florida like retail politics. They like when they come and visit their communities. And look, we are a pretty conservative state, despite what some people say. And in terms of the nuances in the state of Florida, You know, northern Florida, people would typically tend to think that it would go with Mr. Trump in this scenario. And the I-4 corridor, and especially down south in Miami-Dade County, that is traditionally, we think, is going to be Marco Rubio company. And when you take both of those two in effect, it's going to be a close race.
All right, good to talk to you this morning, Blaise, State Representative and Chairman of the Republican Party of Florida.